Are you still struggling to make sales despite your marketing efforts? I'd love you to stop marketing and focus on this one thing. Some time ago, I was in a 3-month training, and one day I was in class, and my classmates brought in some cosmetics she was selling. So when our teacher walked in, she immediately approached our teacher, offering her for free one of the items she was selling. Then immediately my teacher protested, no, I don't want to accept anything for free. In fact, I stopped doing that a long time ago. I don't want to owe anyone because I don't know how or what it might cost me later. What my teacher was expressing was the law of reciprocity. She understood it. When you accept something for free, you are more likely to return the favor in one way or another. And sometimes it costs you unimaginably higher price. The law of reciprocity is a human instinct that when somebody gives you something genuinely valuable first, you develop this drive to return the favor. Most of us do not realize it yet, but we already use this law in our daily lives. That's why you are more likely to buy suya from that aboki who offered you first a taste, even if you never intended to buy. So, if your business still struggles to make sales, it's time to create a system where you consistently offer something of value for free. There's a caveat though. What you offer must be valuable to your prospect. It must be worth it. Last year, I was so pissed after downloading an ebook from a social media ad. This unscrupulous real estate agent threw in some pages of no real value just to obtain people's email addresses. The only thing that stood out to me from that ebook, and hopefully most people who downloaded it, would be how he talked about himself as a practicing architect in real estate. He helps investors buy genuine titled land. Like, what does that even mean? What he didn't realize was that he had just thrown away one of the greatest commodities he could have gained from this interaction with his prospect through this ebook, which could have eventually resulted in more sales. And what's this commodity? Trust. Trust deficit is one of the most common problems businesses, especially new ones, have. That's why they struggle to make sales. And if you're still struggling to make sales in your business despite your marketing efforts, I'd like you to stop marketing and focus on creating content that educates your prospect. And I'm not talking about the content that caresses the problems of your audience. No, the content that solves real problems for real people, the people you are targeting in that market. And you can do this in several ways depending on your goal. So let's say you are that real estate agent we just talked about. You sell land and your goal is to generate leads that you can nurture, who will eventually become buyers. Your first questions would be, what are those questions already on the minds of people who want to buy land in the exact location you have yours? What are their challenges dealing with realtors and developers in the past? What are their constraints? What are their pains? Is it financial? If it is financial, can your company offer something like installment payments or some other perks just to make land ownership easier for them? And if their question centers around safety, instead of uploading your properties and forcing them to buy, creating content that addresses these questions will make them gravitate toward you. People wake up trying to solve problems, not to be sold to. And whoever solves their problem earns the right to be paid in two currencies: attention and trust. The sale only becomes the next logical step because you already have their attention and trust. Most people do not realize that when you teach, you are also selling. In fact, teaching is the fastest way to sell your expertise. It forces the prospect to see you as an expert. So, how do you ensure that your content solves a real problem for a real person? We'll go back again to our example of the real estate agent. You have identified that fake documentation is one of the questions on the mind of your prospect. Then you decide, I'm going to write an ebook to address this question and other related issues. You research, you write, answering all the questions and adding more other issues that are possibly tormenting your prospect. To attract the right audience, to attract your prospect, you start with the title. Let's say the people you want to attract are people who are interested in buying land in Lagos, and you are in the position to sell land. The land you are selling is in Lagos. A title like "The Rise of Land Documentation Fraud in Lagos: 3 signs you are about to lose your money to fake documentation." Who do you think this kind of thing will attract? People who already have interest in buying land in Lagos? People who already know that there is something like fake documentation? People who are scared to lose money to this fraud? Aside what you can see here, there are 2 other things going on within this context. Number 1, your prospect no longer sees you as a salesperson. He sees you as a guide who they can talk to. He sees you as somebody who wants to help. The second thing that's going on here is you have already filtered the unwanted people, focusing only on those people you are targeting, those who want to buy land in whatever location you are. By the time your prospect sees this, is attracted, he comes to you, you magnet them to you. This is the point where your prospect pays you with attention and trust. He submits his contact details to you, then he downloads your book. But ensure that what you are giving, what you are offering them, is truly valuable. Because if you do this right and your prospect reads it, the only question that will be going through their mind will be, if he could give me this kind of information for free, I wonder what is going to give me when I pay. There must be more where this came from. Guess what? Should I buy? Should I buy from him? Should I make him? You see that these things start coming together. You have gained their trust. They have seen you as a credible person, as a credible professional. Now, what happens next? And remember, you already have the contact details of this person, so you can reach out at any time. So one help after another, you continue helping. This time though, your help, the help you are offering, becomes more personal and specific to individual needs. The more consistent you are with your help, the more problems he reveals for you to help him solve. And the more problems you help him solve, the more trust is deposited into your trust account. If you do this long enough, you realize that while others are complaining of slow sales, you'll be running to the bank smiling. I hope this video you find it valuable enough for you to like and subscribe. And more importantly, you can share it to a friend who you want to help their business. See you again next time. Free together.